Welcome to Nerf&Turf. I'm Andrew, and today we are doing a Star Wars modification. I'm quite excited about this because I am a Star Wars nut, and so we're going to be doing Han Solo's DL-44 Blast Tech blaster pistol. And I don't know if you've seen the movie Solo. It was pretty cool. It shows the origin story of Han Solo, and through it you can see how he attains this blaster pistol and how he continues to use it for the rest of his existence, basically. And so it's a pretty cool movie. And so after seeing this movie, I was really compelled to do a mod on Han Solo's DL-44. And so here we go. So what we have here is Han Solo's DL-44 Blast Tech blaster pistol. And so it's a pretty sweet replica, if I'm being honest. I think the only differences are the scope on Han Solo's blaster is angled off to the side because it's like a motion sensing optic or something like that. Interesting. And then also this portion here on the front is not quite as long on Han Solo's because it's modeled after a Mauser. And so that's the fun thing. A lot of the Star Wars blasters are modeled after German firearms during World War II because Star Wars is World War II. What? World changed. I know, it's pretty cool. So what we have is a single fire blaster. So the really interesting thing about this blaster is that it has an internal magazine system. That's why this blaster looks a little longer than Han Solo's actual blaster, because this portion here is supposed to be like the blaster cooling mechanism. And so it's only about half that size because it basically is just a Mauser. And so they extended it because when you pull this back, you've then got this little section here that's got like two lips, and so you just put the dart in. Very similar to the Mega Magnus and also the Kronos. Not identical, but similar, and so it's pretty neat. So I believe it holds 4 darts. That's 3, that's 4, and you could get another one in, but you're just jamming things in. And then you can just fire off those 4 darts. And in all honesty, I think the blaster's getting great performance. No, not fantastic. So basically, after using my Kronos, my modified Kronos with the K26 in it, all other blasters just pale in comparison. That has become my primary. And so using this, no, it's not hitting as hard as that is, but I wonder if there's some stuff I can do with the spring, maybe add a spring, maybe get a spacer in there, and so we can get a little bit more performance out of this. But mostly this is going to be a cosmetic modification. So we're going to be painting the whole thing black. The handle region on Han Solo's original, it's mostly brown, but it looks worn, so like it was originally painted brown, now it's wearing to the black underneath. So we're going to paint the whole thing black and then add a little brown to that, and then get a wet washcloth or a wet sponge or something, and you just lightly tug on the brown and it'll reveal some of the black underneath. And then we're going to get some of my silver leaf and just do a little bit of dry brushing of the metallic-y paint looking thing on here. So this should look pretty sweet. And so I am going to be leaving the front tip orange because I don't want to get shot by a real firearm. But my plan is to take my drill and go ahead and put holes in here where the fake muzzle exhausts are, the muzzle vents. And so my goal is to actually drill those through and give that more of a realistic look to it, but keep it orange because I still want to be able to use it because it's pretty fun to feel like you're Han Solo when you're actually playing wars. So that's the sweet part about this. And so, spoiler alert, Beckett is pretty sweet. Don't agree with all of his life choices, but he can really spin. I think it's that part where Han Solo meets him for the first time, and he sees him, and he's got 2 pistols out, and he's just whoosh, whoosh, pew, pew, whoosh, and he's like spinning each time he shoots between. A little much, a little too showmanship, but it's still pretty sweet. And I just saw that, and I was like, man, I need to work on my spinning skills and actually get some spins going in a war. So that's pretty fun. So let's go ahead and begin that modification. So I'm going to be stripping all the internals and getting just a nice basic black base coat on it. Let's go. So I'm nearly done with my Han Solo blaster. I didn't think I'd be able to paint it that fast, but it was a pretty simple paint job because I was mostly just going with one basic paint color because the whole blaster is essentially black and then you just add weathering to it. And so I'm really excited about it. I think it's really going to look really sweet. I have it here on the ground. It's still drying. I already finished the weathering. And man, it looks sweet. I'm really excited to work with it. Still going to figure out springs if I'm going to do anything different to the firepower, if I'm just going to leave it as is. So we'll see about that. Well, I hope you really enjoyed that video. I had a lot of fun making this, and now I'm going to have fun editing this. Now, a note is that I am trying even more microphones out. I've got 2 microphones I'm working between to figure out what's going to get me the best audio that I need. So it could be this audio is terrible, and it could be this audio is half decent. So, let me know. We'll get on out there and nerf your turf. Have a blessed day. Bye-bye.